So, how do you develop your personal sound as a saxophonist? Let's talk about it. No matter what kind of music you play, one of the first things people will notice about your playing is how you sound. But before we get into that, let me get one disclaimer out of the way. Nothing that we talk about today will be a quick solution. Crafting your sound is a long game. I would even go out on a limb and say that it's a lifelong venture. As you improve and mature as a musician, so will your standards and what you expect from yourself. So we're chasing a moving target here at times. That's the joy and challenge of being a musician in my mind. All of this is to say, don't expect anything quick. Enjoy the pursuit. Now let's get into it. The first thing I'll mention about developing your sound is that you have to know what you're shooting for. So listening is of the utmost importance. You're a product of who you've listened to and who you've studied. And on the flip side, when you're listening to a certain musician perform, you're hearing them, yes, but you're also hearing the result of everyone that they've studied in the past several years. We all are a byproduct of who we've placed in our ears. So if you like my sound, you're listening to all the musicians, saxophonists, and all others that I've modeled over the course of several years. This is why it's called a personal sound. You can't recreate my sound 100%. You can only imitate aspects of it, and I can't recreate your sound 100%. I can only produce a version of it. So listening to great artists is important. If you don't know where to start, feel free to drop a note in the comments below, and I and others can offer you some suggestions on where you can get started. The second mindset is closely related to the first, and that is to listen with your ears wide open. There are many conversations I've had in the past where I would ask a person if they've heard a particular saxophonist play. Sometimes I will get a response saying, I don't particularly like that player's playing. Now, there are so many different things I can say about this mindset, but what I will mention first is that it's okay to have preferences, even strong preferences. But I think that it's doing you a disservice to completely shut out a player's playing, especially if that player's experienced and well-trained. When listening to music, I like to think I can clearly articulate something that I can appreciate in everybody's performance, even if the overall aesthetic is not my ideal preference. This is what I mean by listening with your ears wide open. Every chance you get to listen to music is a chance you have to color and shade areas of your tone. You can listen to a player and say, I like everything about their sound. But it's equally great to listen to a player and identify something much more specific, like, I love the sparkle in their vibrato, in their high B, and the softer dynamics. If you can find something that you appreciate with every musical encounter, there's so much to gain from that. The last mindset I'll mention is that if you want to have movement towards developing that sound that you have in your ear, you have to have a high standard for yourself to learn to control the saxophone at a high level. None of this matters if one doesn't have a solid foundation and grasp on the fundamentals on getting the saxophone to speak. So that means consistently rolling up your sleeves and showing up for your long tones, intonation exercises, voicing exercises, reed working, and the list goes on. You can have all the greatest sounds in your ear, but if you can't control that machine that's in your hands, you're far less likely to hear the sounds manifest through your horn. All of these things take time and consistency. Though these are not the only three things to think about when you're developing your sound as a musician, I believe these are some of the must-haves, some of the non-negotiables even, if you want to see the results that you want. So keep recording yourself, being honest with yourself, but down the road, the goal is to look back and hear all of the cumulative improvements that you've made over time. Now, if you're enjoying these saxophone tutorials, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well. This way you'll get immediate updates as I upload new videos in the weeks to come. And together, we'll continue to explore the world of saxophone and improve our skills. So I look forward to seeing you next time.